Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Ratna. This is Tayler Fehr.
Tayler Fehr.
And we are the Ratna Fehr Properties, actually soon to be known. We're going through a rebranding process here as the Go Get It real estate team. So we are here to present you another real estate investment opportunity. We're looking to do a joint venture, which we absolutely love doing. But before we dive in, there are some people we haven't had a chance to meet, the pleasure to meet yet. And we just wanted to give you a little bit of a spiel about who we are. So like I said, my name is Ratna. This is Tayler Fehr. We have a third business partner and brother named Saran Ratna. He's not here with us. And we are now known as the Go Get It real estate team. And you can see that we're very excited about that.
Yeah.
We are professional real estate investors right in Winnipeg, Manitoba. We've been growing for the last 4 years very quickly with the help of investors like yourself and our knowledge and our mentors. And we were recently humbled to be presented with an award presented by the Canadian Real Estate Wealth magazine. We won Young Guns of the Year, which is companies under 30. I'm not quite under 30. I just creeped over 30, but
a little older.
But these two gentlemen, this gentleman and the other gentleman, are under 30, young bucks. We were finalists for Top Investors of the Year, and we were also finalists for Rising Stars of the Year. So it was a great year for us, and we wanted to thank you, current investors and future investors, just for all the help to getting us to where we are today. So that's enough of that. Let's dive in to the opportunity at hand. I'm going to hand it over to Mr. Fehr.
Yeah. Let's dive into it. So we sent you a packet, and if you don't have it pulled up in front of you, I'll just give you a couple seconds right now to maybe pull it up. We're gonna go through it page by page in a in a reasonably fast way. I mean, that's why we sent it, so you could take some time. And if you have any questions, please email them or give us a phone call. We would love to answer any questions or concerns or just anything that you want to ask about it. We're here to answer them. So pulling up the packet, page number 1, that's the picture of the fourplex, the 4-unit wonder in Weston.
I come up with those names.
Yes, he does. He does, actually. We don't actually outsource that. That's in-house. And so the 200 investment, we already own this property. So we already have equity in this property. And the $200,000 is going to be for renovations. That's what we need the money for. The guy who actually owned it before us didn't live in Winnipeg. He lived outside of Winnipeg, and he had the rents. Each unit is a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 1987 build. So it's a beautiful house, like high ceilings when you go in their basements, really high ceilings and big bedrooms, big closets. They're paying like $600 to $700 a month.
Yeah.
Per unit, which is insane. If you rent, that's a steal of a deal, and those rents can definitely be appreciated, especially when renovations are done. It can rent for quite the pretty penny.
Now, those of you savvy investors out there, it's a fourplex, does fall into RTB rules and rent increase rules, but we are also savvy investors, and what we're doing is putting a caretaker in one of the suites. It becomes a 3-unit. Now, when we're done renovating, we can increase the rents to market rents as we need. We don't have to follow the RTBs. Just a slight note there. I didn't mean to cut you off there, Mr. Fehr.
Yeah, no. Jump on in. We're a team.
Yes, we are.
There's only one team, right?
Yeah.
So what we're going to be doing with the money is it definitely needs a cosmetic lift. Like, it's pretty wear and tear in there. It's not like you walk in and it's beautiful. It's beautiful to an investor's eyes where they just smell money because they're like, ooh, there's opportunity here. So we're going to give it a cosmetic lift, add a bathroom in the basement, finish the basement, and now it's going to be a 3-bed, 2 full bath finished basement, which will be very desired, parking spots outside. And, we're thinking, with the market research we've done, $1,500 to $1,550 will be very easily to obtain, and we're hoping actually more, but we got to be conservative.
Yeah. There's Red River College, right, like 2-minute drive right from there. So it's a good little community that's up and coming.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's what the money's going to be used for. How is it going to benefit the investor? Well, $200,000 is the investment for a 5-year hold. There's also the $100,000 year one thing where we can get into. That's all we need up front, but $200,000, 60% cash flow to you as the investor, 40 to us, the Go Get It team, Ratna Fehr Properties. We'll take 40% cash flow, 50-50 equity split. So with your investment, you get 50% equity of this property. So now we own this property 50-50. We're 50-50 on this property. So it's beautiful. And we're really excited about it and looking for that partner to joint venture with. So that's the deal. And I'm gonna hand it over to Nam. He's gonna talk about how we like to take care of investments.
Right. So the opportunity is fantastic. The returns are great. But the number one thing that you as investors and that us as your managing investors are concerned about is the security of your money. So of your capital. So what we're going to do is we always secure our investors' capital on the property itself or on our portfolio, since it's grown now. So for this particular property, we'll give you a promissory note stating the terms. We can either put a second mortgage on the property or put a lien on the property. You also have 50% equity on this property, which is huge. You have entire skin in the game, or equity in the game, which is great. And one point of note is our lawyers team is with Tayler McCaffrey. So they're a good, well-renowned firm in the city. So security of your investment is our number one concern, along with your return, which is 60% of annual cash flow, 50% of equity. And that works out to about $100,000 in cash of your cash flow plus your equity on the sale. Altogether, it would be $100,000 returned to you plus 200 of your principal. Which is great, and then it's a 5-year term. Okay, so that is how we're going to secure your capital. I'm going to hand it back over to Tay, and we're going to move into the breakdown, the Excel breakdown there.
So there was one sheet that looked a little different than the others. I don't know how well this is going to work, but that sheet, let's get the lighting right. No, dang. So there we go. So that sheet is the one we're looking for right now. And it's breaking down the numbers, and I'm not going to go too in depth on this right now, but I just want to explain what the notes are about, because we could talk about this. I mean, this is the deal. This is the deal. This is the numbers. And for you numbers people out there who want to, really know the numbers, this is the sheet that you're going to be looking at the most. And I know that's me. I like the numbers. I'm a numbers guy. So the highlighted in colored boxes, so like the ones that have little brackets and numbers about them, underneath it are the notes. So wherever the number, line it up with the number underneath in the notes, and it's going to explain what is happening with those numbers and what we've predicted with those numbers. Just
footnotes.
Footnotes, exactly. It's all about the deal. So just to sum this up, over the 5 years, it's going to be an average of 7.7% return on your money just on cash flow alone. Keep in mind, we've accounted for repairs and vacancy, $600 per month, which is $7,200 annually, and we feel like we're being very conservative with that amount, considering renovations will be just done.
It'll be fully renovated.
Will be fully renovated. So after the sale or whatever, that's gonna, with our bookkeeper, I mean that gets accounted into cash flow, whatever is a surplus in that account, along with the equity in the sale. So any questions on that? If you want to get more in depth with that, please give us a call or email. We'll be happy to take that time individually, one-on-one. But for the purpose of the webinar, let's keep on rolling.
Well, why don't we go back into this last part here?
Oh,
so
yes.
You talked about the cash flow, 7% average, 7.69, which is fantastic. But that's just the small part of, or half of the deal. This last part, which I know gets you excited here, this the after repair value in the sale.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to take that?
Oh, yeah, I thought he was diving in.
Yeah, no, I'll let you still take it.
So he caught me and we went back, but he's absolutely right. So underneath the equity highlights section, you see an ARV of 750 today. We actually had a CRA rated appraiser walk through the property and say, after what we're going to do to the property, we told him the renos, and he's seen work of ours before, so he knows the quality that we supply, licensed contractors, always pull permits when needed, that sort of stuff. He said today, if we renovated it to what we said we're going to, it will be worth $750,000 We have paperwork to back that up. We forgot to include it in the packet, but if you want it,
We have the appraisal report.
we have the appraisal report. We'll send it out to you.
Yeah.
And that's exciting for today, just thinking 5 years, what it's going to be worth, right? So that's that was the exciting part. Are you excited?
I'm very excited. I mean, 5 years from now, on a conservative estimate of 800 or 825 thou, we sell that at 50% of splitting that profit.
It's beautiful.
It's great, and I'm very excited about this deal. But yeah, it's fantastic.
Well, I mean, we even did the numbers off at 850, and it works as someone to come in and just buy it as a
rental, and for
rental.
them it will cash flow. So
Right.
we're providing value on both ends, right?
Which
so
you have to do with these properties.
So yeah, moving on. I think this last part here is in your packet. It'll be titled "Why Invest with Ratna Fehr Properties," and we essentially just put a list of questions together that you should ask us or think about when you're thinking about investing with us or a company like ourselves, right? I'll throw a couple questions out. What is the track record of the active investor? Does it show success? What do previous investors say? That's huge. And if you notice in our packet, we have shown all the deals that we have done, which illustrates our successful track record, along with the credibility that we achieved with getting these Crew Magazine awards. And then we've also have a list of testimonials and references and their contact information of previous lenders and current lenders. So all those things we just lay out there because we have nothing to hide. Every investor that has invested with us has received their principal and return back thus far. So
we want you to ask people.
Yes, this is important.
Word of mouth.
Important.
It's we live in a world where there is no secrets.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
Got to be upfront.
You know, if has the active investor lost money before? How do they recover and handle the situation? We haven't lost money before. I mean, the situation, we always anticipate worst case scenarios. One situation I can tell you is the timeline had increased from 6 months to a year, not on based on our fault, based just on the city putting a lien on it where there shouldn't have been a lien from a previous owner. There's a whole little mix up, but we cleared the whole issue. We had the place rented, and our current investor every month, even though he didn't have his principal back, was getting a return on a monthly basis, $200, $300 on his $40,000 capital investment, which was a great return. At the end of the year, he got his $40K back plus his agreed upon return. And along with all that cash flow he collected throughout the year. So we will go above and beyond for our investor to make sure he or she gets the best bargain.
Reputation is everything. We will take a loss no matter what before investors all day.
100%. We'll take a loss all day. So that is to check out your to determine our track record, our credibility, and our who we are as a company. You want to make sure that it aligns with yourself.
What about number 8? Number 8's a good question.
Number 8 is what transparency is offered and who is doing the bookkeeping. So transparency is everything. I hope you know, by us telling you some of these things, you can tell that we're super transparent. Us presenting all the deals that we've done in an Excel sheet like that, every single deal is transparent. All the receipts throughout the specific project we keep track of. We have a bookkeeper that does a great job, and we'll have monthly reports. So we are very organized, and we treat it very seriously.
And having that outsourced professional bookkeeper is key because numbers get crazy, and we have someone in charge of that. So providing monthly statements is just essential. When you start growing, we really see that, and you know, knowing the numbers solid.
Exactly.
It's a must.
So the next thing is that you'll see here is something called the Seth model, and it's our referral model that we use with our investors, which is fantastic. We don't take the credit for it. It was referred to us by a couple other investors, but it works, and it's a good idea. So the first level here, you'll see scenario A is your classic 50-50. So if Chuck brings 200,000, he's going to get 50% of the profits or equity, and we're going to, as the working partners, get 50%. Now we have another project that pops up a month later, and Chuck doesn't have any more capital left. It's all being invested in our current project. and other current project, but he has a friend that he could bring. So we're like, okay, bring your friend and your Bill, and Bill can invest, and Bill will get 40%, Chuck will get 10%, and Ratna Fehr, go get it, will get the other 50%. So Chuck will get rewarded for bringing in a referral, a significant reward, 10% without putting any money in, just simply by referring someone with capital, which is great. And it builds a team culture, a team mentality, and you can keep doing that on and on and on. If Bill wants to go find someone else, or if Chuck wants to go back and find someone else, you'll go and the percentages will get split accordingly, and you can go on and on and on and on, and we can go. Let's just keep going, right?
So sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, no.
But for an example like the one we're talking about right now, so let's break it down. So in this situation, it would be off of cash flow and equity is how an introduction like that would go, right? So you're getting it off of the profit as well as equity.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Cash flow and equity on this deal. This little part, this is just the next page on there is just a little greetings letter, just giving you a little spiel about who we are, what we've done over the last few years. And this,
there's a picture.
There's a picture of us when I actually had some hair, a little longer hair, and just showing you some of our awards. And that, we're not trying to brag, it's just more for credibility to show you that, you know.
Well, I think people want to see this.
Yeah.
You know, they want to. It would be, if we didn't have anything to show, I think that would be concerning.
Yeah, exactly.
It is not to be like, oh, right.
It's just over the years we put in the hard work, we've been recognized, and we're building a reputation and credibility.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So, and then the last bit is just some standards and some process that we have with investing with us. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask, email or call. And this last page, the last couple pages, these are all the deals. Tayler did a great job putting it together. All our deals lined up. You can see that everyone's gotten their return and principal back. And then our testimonials. We have testimonials, we have references, we have money lender references, and just we're transparent just to let you know, hey, go talk to them and find out what their experience has been with us so far.
Absolutely. No, that's give them a call. They all have scripts on what to say. Just kidding.
And so that was it. That's the opportunity, guys. $200,000 for 50% of the equity on this beautiful fourplex, and 60% of the cash flow annually, which works out to a great return on your money. Lastly, before we let you go, we just wanted to let you know that when you invest with us, giving back is obviously, it's a big thing for us. We grew up like that. I know you grew up like that. It's just good. We like to be a part of the community, and we've been doing that from the get-go. So this last page just kind of shows you some of the organizations that we've worked with in the past and continue to work with. So when you invest your money with us, you know that we're not taking that money and giving it to donations, but as we make profits with the deals that we do with you guys, those profits, some of those profits are going to these organizations and others as we grow. So, you know, thank you for helping us do that as well.
Yeah, no, we giving back is huge, especially, you know, passed down from our mentors.
Yeah.
When the more successful you become, you wanna help others. And another one that's not on there, but we're actively looking to help is, it's called the Sport Kin in Winnipeg, and it's to help underprivileged kids to get into sports, because I know as a company we love sports. We love the determination and teamwork ethic you learn from that, so that's a big one.
Yeah, exactly. So that's it, guys. Thank you again for listening. I hope we really sparked a lot of interest, because this opportunity is great and the property is just so solid. Nam Ratna,
Tayler Fehr
from the Go Get It.
Saran Ratna not here, where she's the
my fault. Totally fault. My fault. Nam Ratna, Tayler Fehr.
Saran Ratna, and from the
Go Get It
real
estate team, where dreams are big,
but taking action is bigger.
Yeah, guys, taking action is bigger, and that's what we're about. And I hope we can take action together.
Right
Have
on.
a great night.
Absolutely. Thanks for tuning in.